Hey there, everybody. This is Drew Kaplan. Welcome to the 19th episode of A Few with Drew. So you probably want to know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Scotch tonight. So this is, last night I had bourbon, which was my very first whiskey since not only the end of Passover, but even before Passover. So half a month. Now I'm going Scotch-wise, my first Scotch in definitely at least more than a half month. So I'm very excited. It's a Glenfiddich 12 if you're keeping track at home, and I already had a drink before, so. One of the strange things I have to admit is that even though my very first whiskey love was bourbon, and I definitely got into bourbon when I was in California, I live less than a half hour away from Kentucky, which is the home of bourbon. Nevertheless, I have to confess that I've become more of a Scotch lover than a bourbon lover. Don't get me wrong. I'll drink bourbons, totally drink bourbons, and there's really great bourbons out there, but there's something about Scotch that just is comforting. And for some weird reason, I find like Glenfiddich 12 to be like, it's just comfort. It's like a comfort beverage. It's really soothing. It's calming. It's nice. It's very barley-tastic. I love my barley beverages. And yes, I miss beer. But May 1st is coming around the corner. I'm keeping to my April being a beer-free month, and I'm going to make it all the way. So, moving on though, I do want to say one thing that's, I had a phone call today, talk with a rabbi who's doing a Star Wars and Judaism class, but the Star Wars that he's talking about is really focused on episodes 4 through 9, and it's interesting because that's not necessarily the direction I would have taken it, but through our conversations and discussions, I started to realize, one thing I knew that I've never done, even though I talk about Star Wars a lot, and I talk about, Talmud and Torah and all that good stuff a lot, I've never done a class, a conversation, a talk, meshing the two before. So I am oddly tempted during this weird Corona teen time to do Star Wars and Judaism discussion on, like, doing a Zoom conversation class or whatever. And who knows, maybe even just focusing on, like, really doing maybe a multi-part series, either, and super duper open to feedback. I'd love to hear what you have to think and say, would you watch it? Would you share it with people? Either doing a 9-part series and talking about every single movie and key themes, or who knows, maybe 11 if we want to include Solo and Rogue One. Do those movies and talk about key themes, how they relate to Jewish texts, whether it's the Torah, all of Tanakh, whether it's rabbinic literature, other things, and how they relate or connect or don't, or decidedly contrast. So would that be something that people are interested in? It would just be literally like, I don't know if it'd be a weekly thing or what it would be. Would you be interested? And if so, what ideas do you think I should throw in? So super duper open to feedback on that one. Really curious to hear any feedback, comments, thoughts on that. And I want to wish everybody l'chaim and have a great night. Thanks for watching.